the dark hero of Israel. Before I get started, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Bakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Today we're going to go into Isaiah chapter 7, going into the Hebrew. So Lord willing, you're edified, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Bakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Right? Just lock here. Just bear with me 1 second. Salakia, it's a little hot out here, so right, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Brakatham to the 144,000 of the nation of Israel, those that will get delivered out of America, Babylon Great. We are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. Consists of the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans today. We are in America, Babylon the Great. Right? We are in the latter days. Right? The judgment of the Lord is near and hasteneth, which is thermonuclear fire upon our enemies, right? First, you got to have the RFID chip being implemented. Revelation 13:16 says he calls it both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a mark in the right hand or in the foreheads. Esau, Edom is the so-called white man. The nations have conspired against the remnant of our people, and the counsels of the wicked are being fulfilled, as well as the will of the Lord, which is on the left hand and on the right. So we're out here to give you the gospel, right, as it is written, right, which is written in the volume of the book, and the members of the elect, starting with the heads, our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, elder apostles for Har, and on down, right? That's the order that the Lord gave, right? And we're out prophesying, and Lord willing, you're edified, right? So we can get right into it. Salakia. We're going to get right into it, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Bakakwadash, or Salakia Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai Bahashem, Bakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. This is Isaiah chapter 7 and verse 1, which says, "And it came to pass in the days of Ahaz, the son of Jotham, the son of Uzziah, king of Judah, ascended up Rezin, the king of Assyria, which is actually Aram, and Pekah, the son of Ramaliah, king of Israel, to Jerusalem unto battle, to battle against it, and was not able to fight against it, right? That word is actually laham meaning to fight, right? Not prevail. So it reads by Yahaya, by Yamya, Ahaz, Ban, Yatham, Ban, Azayahawa, Malak, Yahawada, Ilah, Ratazayan, Alak, Aram, Wa, Pequach, Ban, Ramalaya, Hawa, Malak, Yasha'ala, Yerushalayim, La Malachama, Aliyah, Wala'a, Yakol, Laha lacham aliyah. verse 2. Salakia. Let's get some background concerning that particular, right? Isaiah chapter 1, verse 1, Bible Hub commentary. So it says, in the days of Uzziah in the time, during the reign of Uzziah, 2 Chronicles 26, he was 16 years old when he began to reign, reigned 52 years. It is not affirmed to suppose that Isaiah began to prophesy at the commencement of his reign. The first part of the long reign of Uzziah was prosperous. He gained important victories over his enemies, fortified his kingdom. He had under him an army of more than 300,000 men, but he became proud, attempted an act of sacrilege, was smitten of God, and died a leper. But through the kingdom under Uzziah flourishing, but though the kingdom under Uzziah was flourishing, yet it had in it elements of decay. During the previous reign of Joash, it had been invaded and weakened by the Assyrians, and a large amount of wealth had been taken to Damascus, the capital of Syria. So that's just some background on that. Right. Salakia. Let's go back to the blue letter. See what we can glean off that. But let's just move on to verse 2. And they had revealed unto the house of David, right, as in it has been told, to say, it is confederate. Let's look at that word, nakah, to rest, settle down, right? I believe it also means to lead, right? So you can read this as leadeth Aram next to Ephraim, that's in the northern kingdom, and was moved. Let's look at that word in a Y. believe it means to shake. To move to and fro, with the staggering of drunkards, which is Strong's H5128. And it says, and was and they moved his heart and the heart of the people, the heart of his people, like the moving of the trees of the forest from before the wind, right? So they were seduced by the Assyrians, right? It was told unto the house of David, right, which is the southern kingdom, right, which it reads, Wayagad la Bayath, Dawad la Amar, Nakah, Aram al Aparium, Wayanai, Lababwa, Walabab, Imwa, Kanawai, Itazaya, Ya'ar, Mapanya, Braka. Isaiah 7 and 3 says, and he said the Lord unto Isaiah, go out now to meet Ahaz, thou and Sheor Jashub, thy son, unto the end of the upper pool, which that word for pool is Habarakah, right? Barak means knee. It also means to kneel or bless. And that is where you kneel at, right? There was a right, for example, water reservoirs, right? You kneel to grab some water, and or whatever the case may be, right? It says upper. Let's look at that word conduit. Which says a channel for conveying water or other fluid, right? Which that is the purpose of a conduit. Which is here it would just mean an ascending up of the pool, upper, Alayawan, right? It just means exalted. It's another way to say most high, right? Or Alayawan. Onto the highway or the field of the fuller, which kabas, which it just means to tread, right? Let's look at that word fuller. It says a person who folds cloth, right? A person who folds cloth. Clothing presser, right? That's what that means. Clothing presser. Okay. So that is what a fuller means. That is what it means to be a fuller, right? So it reads Mar Yahweh Al Yahweh Taza'ah Na'ah La Kora'ath Ahaz Atha Wa Sha'ar Yashab Banka Al Quatazah Ta'ilath Habarakah Al Yana Al Masalath Shadah Kabas. And we said unto him, keep to yourself, or take heed, right? Or you could say be on guard and be quiet. Do not fear, and your heart, and may your heart not be faint. So that word is rakah, meaning to be tender, right? Tender, soft, rakah. Strong's H7401. The Arabic is kindred. Rakah. But you could say that it's another way to say faint, right? From the two tails, Zanath, that's the word for tail, of the firebrands, smoking these, right? Aishan is how you say smoke, right? Upon the waxing hot anger, right? Ba, meaning in, Kar, meaning something to wax hot. Ap is just another way to say anger, resin, and aram, and the son of Ramaliah, which it would read Wa Amarath, Aliwa, Hashamar, Wahashakwat, Al Tayara'a, Walababka, Al Yarak, Washanya, Sanabath, Ha Awadium, Ha Ishanium, Ha Alha, Bakaria, Ap Ratazayan, Wa Aram, Waban, Ramallah Yahweh. And it says, verse 5, on account of because of the counsel against thee, which is against thee, Syria, which is evil, as in their evil counsel. Ephraim and the son of Remaliah to say, Ya'an, Kaya, Ya Aitaza, Al Yaka, Aram, Raya, Aparim, Waban, Ramalaya Hawa, La Amar. So it continues off here to say, we will ascend up upon Judah and to vex it, which that's not the actual word for vex. I believe this means to be as thorns, or to loathe, yeah. To loathe. Quataza, it also means I believe to press, or Salakia, it's tazak. See, it says down here. But this just means to loathe, right? And to be loathsome against it. And to break it asunder. Akwai means to break asunder. To break asunder unto us, Alianawa, and to set or to crown a king in its midst unto the son of Tabiel. Na Ilah by Yahawada, Wana, Wayatazana, Wana Bakwaina, Alianawa, Wana Malyak, Malak, Bathawaka, Atha, Ban Tabaal. Thus saith the Lord God, do not rise, and or it shall not rise, and it shall not come to pass. Ka Amar Adanya Yahweh La'a Takwam Wa La'a Tahaya. Because the head of Syria is Damascus, and the head of Damascus is Rezin, and even upon 60 as in 60, in 5 years, Hamash means 5 years. They shall be I believe that word is destroyed. Let's take a look at it. Dismayed. The word is dismayed. We dismayed Ephraim from being a people. right? Just another way to say they're going to be cut off, right? Which, let's see if we can look at the root for that. Chath. Chatha, to break, to be broken. To break down, to abolish. Right, so they shall be, so this actually says, shall be broken Ephraim from being a people, as in broken down, right? The Chath also means to descend, right? Or Tachath, meaning below. So it reads, Kaya Ra'ash Aram Damashak, Wa Ra'ash Damashak, Ratazayan, Wa Ba'ad, Wa Ba'awad, Shashim, Wa Hamash Shana, Yachath Aparium, Ma'aim. Verse 9, and the head of Ephraim is Samaria. The head of Samaria is the son of Remaliah. If thou shalt not believe, it because thou art not faithful, as in it is because thou art not faithful. Wabra'ash, Aparium, Shamarwan, Wabra'ash, Shamarwan, Ban Ramala Yahweh, I'm La'ah, Tha'am Yanawa, Kaya La'ah, Tha'am Nawa, right? The next header of this chapter, first header was war against Jerusalem. Second header is the child Emmanuel, right? Because this is where you can cut that the Virgin Mary doctrine, right? She wasn't the Holy Spirit didn't actually impregnate her, right? She was a virgin, right? But Joseph, right, got her pregnant, right? And that's what the Ishmaelites, Islam, they just basically they believe they have the same doctrine as Catholicism, right? And Islam also teaches that the Lord had favor towards Israel, but because of their rebellion, they lost their favor from God. So that's not true. And there's precepts to prove that, right? So that's fallacy, right? And it's no big secret, you know. That's just for those that have ears to hear, they know what's up, right? And whew, your head would spin if you pick up that Quran, man. Whew. But um, cause there's so much, there's so many different things in there. Makes your head spin. But anyways, that's why the Lord gave us the word, and great was company of them that published it, which is the scriptures, the Holy Bible. You cannot mate this book with another book. This is why the prophet Isaiah said, "None shall want her mate." That's what's talking about the scriptures. You can't mate this book with another book. Quran just means to recite, right? It's like a copy. It's just mentioning things that are in the Bible, right? And other things, right? That are not in the Bible, right? And right, none shall want her mate, meaning everything is in this book. That's it, right? Which is says what the people of saints of the Most High will possess the kingdom, which shall not be given to another people. The Lord is not a liar concerning His word, right? But that goes back. That goes way back to Isaac and Ishmael, right? Ishmael still has that grudge, right? And he's ugly as hell too. Them Ishmaelites are ugly as hell. So it's just the Lord always had favor towards Israel, right? Which is why Esau has that hate, right? And ultimately, we're going to be hated by all nations. You know, that's just, it is what it is, right? Um, you know, that's it's like when you have a sibling rivalry, right? And the particular sibling has all the favor, right? Gets the choicest things, you know, and the parents sometimes are like, "Oh man, I wish you would have came out looking like your brother. You know, he came out handsome." You know, and that hate builds up, and some of that hate, you it's never let go, right? Just like with the other nations, because they know that they're off, and they can't help it. They know that we're righteous, but you know we're like, this is why the Lord called us lambs, because lambs, sheep are easily uh, distracted, led astray. That's what Jake is doing in this world, right? By every whisper, every wind of doctrine carried about, Christianity, Catholicism, Hinduism, Taoism, the Bhagavad Gita, I don't even know how to say that. Uh, Tantric practices, Kundalini, uh, Confucianism, right? All this, and that's not for Jake. That's just not for Jake. Chemitism, esoteric esoteric knowledge, right? So many the herbs were given for healing, but right, the herbs are a double-edged sword, right? It could be used for wickedness too, which is what Eve is into with all this witchcraft. But anyways, you know what? Let's go to the in the news, because I was recently brought this up at camp, right? About this new law that is passing, right? Where they're gonna say that basically, check out this chick. She sounds like J Lo. I don't know. Is that supposed to be Ishmael? You can tell who they are with that nose, the cricket nose. But listen to this.
Yeah, why are you taking down signs? Is it not mine? No, it's not yours either, is it? It's actually printed, so somebody didn't write it, it was printed. You mean that the people providing food over there? That there will be no peace, send them to me. You mean the people providing food to the homeless?
She might be Ephraim because our people are mixed among them too, right? Which is why we need the kingdom, because all this confusion that's going to be done away with, right? This is why the Lord said not to mix your seed, right? It brings nothing but confusion. That goes with actual seeds, but that goes with bringing forth children as well, right? But anyways, that's not what I was right. So the Israel-Palestinian conflict. So the Israelites are scattered even amongst these particular groups, right? A few of them, some here, some there, right? You go to Land of Ham, you'll see you have some Jake down there too. Jake is everywhere basically, right? Uh, Here it is. This is from Stu Peters. Breaking the anti-Semitism law that just passed in the House does not just make it illegal to criticize Jews, it makes it illegal to preach the gospel. The House of Representatives just voted to make Christianity illegal in America. Let that sink in. Now I'm going to do more research into that because I'm not sure if that's 100%, right? But this is why the Lord said to watch. He said, watch and pray that you live to see the coming of the Son of Man, Yahweh Shai, Hamashayak, right? Jesus, that's a transliteration of the name Joshua, which is in the Old Testament. In the New Testament, Joshua is translated as Jesus. Joshua in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, right? Just a little quick breakdown on that, right? So let's look at some of these screenshots. It says IHRA definition of anti-Semitism includes using the symbols and images associated with classic anti-Semitism, right? Uh, Claims of small hats killing Yahweh Shai or blood libel, is that how you say it? To characterize Israel or Israelis, right? So Israel is Yasher Allah. Israeli, that's just the English way of saying Israelite, or the small hat way of saying Israelite, because it's Yasher Allah Yah, which means Israelite, but they call it Israeli. Matthew 27:24 and 25. When Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye to it. Then answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and our children. Right? Because basically they're going to make it sound like, when we bring that out, that we're accusing the small hats, we're telling the small hats, they have blood on their hands. Right? When, that's the, this is scripture. This just goes back to a right, to recounting an event, right? Yeah, you may have some other camps conflate it, and they may, because they've been paid off to do that, right, or to cause controversy. Because you got camps that's all they're out on the streets for, to cause controversy, not to edify, right? They might see this post, they might, you know, make and cause controversy from it. See, that says yada yada yada, and that's not what we're gonna do, right? Because we just bring out the scriptures and explain them, explain the historical accounts, right? Because that's all it is. That's a historical account, right? Because Herod was a Jew. He called himself a Jew, but he was an Edomite. He was a convert, right? He converted, which goes back to the right, to the Maccabees, time of the Maccabees, right? they forced some of these Edomites to convert, right? And a lot of them, and there's still Edomite converts today that, right, call themselves keeping the law, right? And there's a different sects, right? Some follow the Talmud, some, right, follow just like in Islam, you have uh, classical Islam, you have Islamic mysticism, right? Same with the small hats. Some of them follow the Kabbalah mysticism, right? Which is it's off, but that's none of our business. We don't deal with none of them on that stuff, right? Or Orthodox, right? Like Orthodox Catholicism, right? It's just and there's so many different things, right? But that's not what we really. That's not the point. The point is, right? Via Esau, Edom, they're gonna attempt to cause the famine of the word, right? That famine of the word from going out. Like I recently said at camp, right? The sun, the moon withdrawing, meaning not knowledge or wisdom and understanding withdrawing, right? Because when we're not out on the streets no more, the elect are going to be good. They're going to be filled with these lessons, right? But 2/3 they're going to be looking for the servants of the Lord, right? That day, even if they find us, right? We all we're going to tell them is, "We told you so." We can't, right? We can't save you. You should have took heed to the lessons, right? Right? You should have took advantage of the lessons going out while they were going out. All right. So the sun and the moon withdrawing, even right for Esau and the nations. That's it's already withdrawing. Because as you see more store closures, more dissension, more rumors of wars actually not being rumors anymore, right? That fantasy of right that of having that power, keeping that power is not a fantasy. Is not a fantasy no more. It's not a reality no more, right? Gross darkness, right, covering the people, right? Because the modern day, the everyday Edomite doesn't know what the hell is going on, right? As deep as what we bring out, right? That Yahushua is coming back, right? World War III is coming. The RFID chip is coming, right? The wicked elite are they basically sold America out. They sold America to the highest bidder, and this place is gonna be destroyed, right? And the wicked elite, they already have their bunkers ready, right? They don't care about the everyday Edomite, right? You're just collateral damage for the wicked elite, right? They don't give a damn about you, right? But anyways, gross darkness, right? The councils, right? Thou art weird in thy counsels, right? It's gonna get worse, right? I mean, Esau is gonna be okay for the most part, but you nations, 2/3 the nations, right? You're gonna be hurting, right? Because the Lord is drying up them rivers, right? Everything that you work for, right, is you you're working to no avail, right? Because the economy has to fall. Everything's in place, right? For what the prophet spoke of since the days of old, what Yahushua spoke of, the signs of a second coming, the Black Messiah, right? It's the King of Israel, right? The kingdom, right, of the Israelites, right? It's funny, but it's not funny because you goddamn devils are done, right? This is why you got scoffers. You got when we go to camp, you got people whispering in the background and all kinds of. It's over. It's over for you devils. You got to get judged. You nations, you know, we're being judged, right? These things are written to come to pass, right? This is not. We're not making this up. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it. I'm not really gonna go too much into. I'm not gonna necessarily do in the news. I just wanted to bring that out, and let's get back to the lesson at hand. The Spirit of the Lord, Salakia. Trying to make sure speaking into the microphone. Anyways, Salakia. And it's kind of funny because you can only kind of wonder like, well, the Lord said that they would stagger like drunken men, right? It's just after a while, it's like comedic relief. It's comedy, I just um. But let's get back. These allergies are terrible. Salakia, I kind of lost my concentration. Isaiah chapter, oh, the child Emmanuel. Isaiah chapter 7, verse 10. And he added the Lord to speak unto Ahaz to say, Wayasap Yahweh Dabar al Achaz la Amar. Inquire thou unto a sign from the Lord your God. In depth, inquire it, or in height, from above, because that word Aimak means something steep, right? Like a steep set of stairs, right? Sha'al laka awath ma'aim, Yahweh Alahayaka Ha'aimak, Sha'Allah Rawa Hagabah Lama Ailah. So the Lord told Ahaz to right, to ask for a sign. He said, Ahaz, I will not inquire and I will not uh, um, tempt, which that word is nasa, meaning to venture, to try, to prove, or to, yeah, to try or to venture, right? Test, try. I will not venture unto the Lord. Bayamar Achaz La'a Asha'al Wa La'a Anasa Atha Yahweh. And he said, Hear now, O house of David, is it a small thing of you uh, to trouble men? Because wilt thou trouble even unto my God? Right? Bayamar Shemaiwa Na'a Bayath Dawad Ha Ma'at Makam Ha La'ath Anashim Kaya Tha La'awa Gum Atha Alahaya, or Salaki Alayah. And just bear with me 1 second, it's getting a little cold. For so he shall give the Lord he unto you a sign, behold, a virgin, which that word is Ilama, meaning it actually means young woman, right? Ilam means young man, right? Just like the word Nayar or Nayara, meaning young man or young woman, right? Ilama, a girl of marriageable age, like the Arab, Ilama, Ayalam, Syriac, Al Yamatha, Al Aliyamata. Aliyam Aliyamta. Useful spouse, recently married, right? It says, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Behold, a maiden will conceive, and she shall bring forth unto a son, and will be called his name Emmanuel, which is I'm na wa Allah. Meaning with us is with us God, or God is with us. Which reads Lakan, Yathan, Atanya, Hawa, Lakam, Awath, Hana, Ha'ilama, Hara, Wayaladath, Ban, Wa, Quarath, Shamwa, I'm Nawa Allah. Isaiah 7 and 15. Butter and honey he shall eat. To know, um, to reject upon the evil, and uh, to choose upon the good. Right? Bakhar, which means choice, but it also means to choose. Right? For example, if you say, choose thou life, Bakharath Lachaya, or Bakharath Na'a Lachaya, choose, choose thou now unto life. Which reads, Kama'a Wadabash Ya'akol La Dayathwa Ma'as Barai Wabahar Batawab. And really that's synonymous with the remnant, right? Um, right? Honey is compared unto understanding, right? And right, butter is something that butter has its benefits too, right? Let's look that up real quick, actually. Right, right. So butter is to provide fat, richness, texture, right? And this word is rich, right? But that's sort of sign of the remnant, right? I'm not going to go too deep, right? I just know honey means goes into understanding, right? Because you can pick up the scriptures, right? And without that butter, right, you're not, you know, like Elder Apostle Hall recently said, right? Just because you have the Holy Bible in your hand doesn't mean you have the Holy Spirit, because it's more than the volume of the book. It's more than the words. It's the Spirit that comes with those words, right? And the remnant will know to refuse the evil, choose the good, right? Which is right in what is written, right? It's lucky. It's getting hot again. This weather's crazy. It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Right, so that's the remnant, right? They know to refuse the evil, right? Uh, wives' tales, right? Doctrines of men, right? These false camps, right? Now GOCC, which Elder Pastor recently did a video on that. Now they're saying that it might not be the missiles, right, that hit America Babylon the Great. It might be damn, what did he say? He was talking to Vocab Malone during an interview, and they were talking about reincarnation, resurrection. He said it might be damn asteroids or something to that extent. Right? That's stupid. That is stupid. Right? That is so stupid. It doesn't make sense. The armies and horsemen, that's talking about the, and there's even some camps that say that it's gonna be a billion and millions of thermonuclear missiles. No, it's not going to be that many that hits America Babylon the Great. It's going to be with that power of that many. It's not going to be a whole bunch of them. It's going to be a whole bunch of them, but not to that exaggerated number, right? Because you don't need that many to decimate a land, right? When Russia, Iran, China, Isaiah chapter 49 comes to pass, the least of the flock will draw them out. That conflict in land of Israel escalates. All that is going to lead to the third woe, which is World War III, right? But anyways, Isaiah 7 and 16, because upon before he knoweth the young man to refuse the evil upon evil and choose good, uh, will be forsaken the land which thou hast abhorred from before both of her kings, right? Basically, that's going into Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. Northern Kingdom being cast out, Southern Kingdom going into the Babylonian captivity. Because after they came back from the Babylonian captivity, right? Then through the time of Nehemiah, right? Which is right 400 years later, right? After they rebuilt the temple, then leading to the time of Yahweh Shai, right? So this talking about before Yahweh Shai comes on the scene, right? You goddamn devil. Inside joke. Oh, that's really nice. They got a little uh orchard, or I'm not sure what that is. That is nice. But anyways, so it reads Kaya Bataram Yadai Hanayar Ma'as Barai Wabakar Batawab Tha Izab Ha Adama Ashar Atha Kwa Taza Mapanya Shanya Malakya Alakya or Al Yaka. Yeah, Al Yaka. Unto thee. Al Yaka. Which that word al, it means to, towards, or in a general direction. If I haven't mentioned that before, I think I have. So the next header says trials to come for Judah, right? Um, so again, it's not always that deep, right? You can really put two to two together if you know the history. If you go into the Hebrew, you go into the Greek. If you study, right? And I recently brought that out at camp. You can't just pick up the book and right. You must needs that someone teach you the principles of the oracles of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? An oracle is something. It's an Let's look at that word. Dwadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for the online etymology dictionary. Oracle, late 14th century message from God expressed by divine inspiration through a priest or priestess in answer to a human inquiry, usually respecting some future event. From Old French, oracle, temple, house of prayer, oracle, and directly from Latin, oraculum, oraculum, divine announcement, oracle, place where oracles are given. From orare, to pray, to plead, to beseech, which is where you get the word orator from. Which the word orator in the Hebrew would be madabar, right? Or WR. Let's look at that word orator. An eloquent or skilled speaker, one who pleads or argues for a cause. From Anglo-French, orator. Modern French, orateur, tior. Directly from Latin, orator, speaker. Orare, to speak, speak before a court, assembly. Pray to, plead. Says also Sanskrit or Slovakia. Or to pronounce a ritual formula. Source also of Sanskrit Arianti, they praise. Hittite, Arya, to ask the oracle, which reminds me of the word Ara, meaning something that is an observe observation. It's like Ra'ah, similar to Ra'ah to see, but it actually means an observation. Anyways, let's keep going. Inside joke. You Jakes was silly, cause just cause I seen a comment that some idiot, just because he saw Apostle Ramlab, he says inside joke, oh, that bothered him. He put a little comment. Don't say that, it bothers him. You Jake's silly as hell, man. I don't understand Jake. You know, it's one thing if the man said something wrong or went off, but just because he says inside joke, are you kidding me? Jake is finished, right? You tribes are a bunch of. I'm not even gonna say it because the Lord said, "Don't say Rakah, or else you're in danger of the judgment." But that really goes into trying to reprove somebody, but you don't even have no sense yourself, right? Because it's a fool dealing with another fool, right? That's basically what the Lord said. Don't if you're a god if you're a damn fool, just don't deal with any. Just don't deal with other fools because you both look foolish. Okay. So trials to come for Judah. Let's see how many more verses we got left. Isaiah 7 and 17. Salakia. So I hit the 1 hour mark. I think I'm just Salakia gonna close out this video and start a new live. Right. So with that, Lord, will you ratified, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Kwam Yasha Allah, Abad the Ball, Shalom.